Morning, very good morning. And I wish all of you, my subscribers, my followers, a very belated, happy Vishwakarma Puja. I have been crazy busy for last couple of days, and finally I have squeezed uh, 15 minutes or 10 minutes time to shoot a very important video or something that might help students in terms of cultural studies with regard to Vishwakarma Puja. So the video that uh, has got me thinking uh, would be based along the axis of 2 points. One is jackfruit in Bengali kathal, and the second one would be based on Vishwakarma, and the third one would be based on Kali, Ma Kali, and then I would wrap up this video. But before I talk about third Ma Kali and then second Vishwakarma Puja and jackfruit Kathal, I would like to begin this video with a difference between say soup bowl and salad plate. Now, what is the difference between salad plate and soup bowl? Now, when we talk about salad plate, we throw in different items: cucumbers, tomatoes, pepper, salts, and everything. Salad plate, and all the different ingredients are mixed, but very importantly, they retain their identities, right? Retain their identities. So this is salad plate. And what happens in soup bowl? Soup bowl is a bowl where you throw in different stuffs, but all those ingredients, all those units being put into the soup bowl, they lose their identities. So if I talk about India, then if Bengalis, if Biharis, if Jharkhandis, if say Kashmiris, if Marwaris, if Gujaratis, if Keralites, they all live together and mix together uh, in a soup bowl, then it is democracy. But if they all mix together like a salad plate, then the question of democracy becomes even more questionable. I'm not too sure about the democratic nature of India then, if it is a salad bowl, right? So similarly, because the problem between soup bowl and salad bowl is that salad bowl is also a mix, soup bowl is also a mix, but in salad bowl, the individual items, they retain their identities, they hold on to their identities, so they mix and still they don't mix, right? Similarly, in soup bowl, so individual identities, they mix and they mix. So if I mix with you and still hold on to my identity, and then I'm only pretending to mix. So in salad bowl, the different items are not mixing; they are only pretending to mix. But in soup bowl, the different items are mixing, but they are not pretending to mix. They have actually mixed up with each other, and there is a genuine democratic cosmopolitanism about it. So now, why am I talking about salad bowl and soup bowl? Because I would like to talk about Vishwakarma. Because when we see Saraswati Puja, the graduate students, the postgraduate students, the MPhil scholars, the PhD scholars, everyone, different kind of people, they sort of participate in Saraswati Puja. Most of the people are educated, most of the people are scholarly, most of the people come from privileged background, most of the people are cultured, so they sort of participate in Saraswati Puja. So Saraswati therefore becomes a goddess who uh, gets worshipped by privileged people. So she becomes a privileged goddess. But when we talk about Vishwakarma Puja, when we talk about Vishwakarma Puja, the people who work in garages, the people who work in most of the working class conditions, the drivers of car, the people who work with diesels and mobiles, the people who work in gas station, petrol pumps, right? The people who change the tires and tubes and everything. Those, as Marx would call it, base. Those base, they participate in what Vishwakarma Puja. But the superstructure, they participate in Saraswati Puja. So therefore, Vishwakarma becomes almost an underprivileged god. Vishwakarma becomes an almost underprivileged god. Now, when Vishwakarma becomes an underprivileged god, then we can say that there is a hierarchy in human world. There is a hierarchy in human world, but then there is hierarchy also in divine world also, because there are some gods who are privileged gods, and there are some gods who are almost like Dalit gods. So Vishwakarma is almost a Dalit god, whereas Saraswati, whereas the others, they are the superstructure god, they are the privileged gods and goddesses. Now let's move into food studies little bit. Now, when you talk about jackfruit and say mango, when you talk about jackfruit, when I go to people's houses, right? We usually see people organize mangoes on their table, on their dinner table. যে কোনো লোকের বাড়ি গেলে দেখা যায় যে একদম সুন্দর সুন্দর আম একবারে টেবিলের মাঝখানে সাজিয়ে রেখেছে। কি সুন্দর লাগে, লোকগুলো যত সুন্দর দেখতে, আমগুলো তত সুন্দর, টেবিলটা তো আরো সুন্দর। Now, when we see this, what happens is that we see that mango is a privileged fruit, right? But when someone gives you a jackfruit, or when you grow jackfruit in your own trees, what do? You put jackfruit somewhere in the corner of a bathroom, or somewhere in the corner of bedroom, or somewhere behind the washing machine, or in any part of the corner of the house. So no one shows jackfruit right in the middle of the dinner table. আমি তো কারোর বাড়ি গিয়ে ডিনার টেবিলের মাঝখানে কাঁঠাল ঝুলিয়ে রাখতে দেখিনি। আম থাকে, আপেল থাকে। So mangoes and apples, they are the superstructure. They are the Durga Thakurs. They are the Saraswatis. And jackfruit, kathal, is almost like Vishwakarma. They are the underprivileged working class fruit. So যেরকম মানুষের মধ্যে থাকে বড়লোক, ফর্সা, ব্রাহ্মণ, so কাঁঠাল is a Dalit ফল, and am is a Brahman ফল, right? So there is racism even in fruits. There is casteism even in fruits, right? So similarly, I would like to talk about Kali, Ma Kali. So when the worship of Durga began as almost an Aryan, and doing the Utkhat of pre-Aryan in the form of Ashura, then they threw Kali Pujo late in the day into the mix. And why? না, আমি এখনো মানে ওই যে যারা গরিব মানুষ রয়েছে না, যারা আদিবাসী রয়েছে, তাদেরও দেবী আছে, সেটা কালী। So it is almost very similar to Vishwakarma Puja. Why? Because in case of Vishwakarma, the people who drive our cars, the people who refuel our mobiles and diesels in our car, the people who are working class, working in different garages, they are also told that না তোমাদেরকেও তোমাদের দেবতা দেওয়া হবে, এই নাও বিশ্বকর্মা নাও, মদ খাও, নাচো, মরে যাও। So now therefore Vishwakarma is not Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma is a Dalit god who is given to the labor class people, the working class people, for interpellation. Similarly, jackfruit is almost a Dalit fruit. Vishwakarma is a Dalit god, and Kali is almost a Dalit goddess. So we talk about hierarchy, casteism, racism in human world. I think there is even worse hierarchy in divine world, I think there is even more worse hierarchy in the world of foods and fruits. And therefore, although we think that we live in a soup bowl, I think we live in a salad plate. So, therefore, Vishwakarma becomes a Dalit god, not a part of soup bowl, but a part of salad plate. Therefore, jackfruit, which is a Dalit fruit, Dalit food, is not a part of soup bowl, but a salad plate. And with this note, I would again tender my apology for having uploaded this video 2 days later than the Dalit god celebration Vishwakarma Puja. But excuse me, I am also an underprivileged Dalit teacher, Raja Subramanian. Thank you so much for watching this video and hope to see you very, very soon. Maybe to celebrate another Dalit fruit, another Dalit food, another Dalit god, or another Dalit maybe human being, or Dalit teacher, professor for that matter. See you soon.